Miyamoto Musashi was a legendary Japanese swordsman turned philosopher. Known as a Kenshi, or sword saint of Japan, his unique double-bladed swordsmanship and undefeated record in 62 duels made him a legend. In his final years, Musashi wrote two significant works. Today, we're going to be talking about Dokkodo, or the Path of Aloneness. It is a collection of 21 principles that are often interconnected and build off one another, as you will see. So, only watch this video if you plan on watching it in its entirety, and only plan on watching it if you want to learn how to walk alone, as a true samurai would. The first lesson of Dokkōdō is to accept the unchangeable. Some things in life are beyond our control. These include the natural order of the world, the fundamental aspects of human nature, and the events of the past. It is crucial to accept these realities as they are. Do not dwell on or become overwhelmed by things you cannot change or control. Instead, focus on what lies within your sphere of influence. As Musashi wrote, there is nothing outside of yourself that can ever enable you to get better, stronger, richer, quicker, or smarter. Everything is within. Everything exists. Seek nothing outside yourself. This is a foundational principle for a balanced and resilient life. To be clear, this is not about passivity or resignation, but about acknowledging reality and focusing our energy on what we can control and what we can change. This is the first principle for a reason, so do not underestimate it. Musashi encourages us to pursue meaning over pleasure. A life of self-discipline demands that we prioritize what is meaningful and useful, but often at the expense of what is pleasurable and or convenient. Buddhism teaches that attachment to quick pleasures leads to suffering, and by focusing on enduring values and deeper truths, we can rise above the allure of immediate gratification. In the Dokkōdō, Musashi emphasizes that true fulfillment comes from pursuing one's purpose and honing one's skills. In simple terms, the depth of life is not in fleeting moments, but in the steadfast pursuit of our essential purpose. Musashi's principle, do not under any circumstances depend on a partial feeling, underscores the importance of maintaining a clear and unbiased perspective, as the lack of maintaining clarity often leads to misjudgment and error. Learning to trust your intuition is key, often referred to as the second brain. Your gut can signal when something is wrong. Musashi's focus on self-trust and self-reliance is further elaborated in Rule 15, but the foundation of this philosophy begins here. By developing the ability to respond to life's challenges with composure and confidence, you'll find that you're able to act more decisively and effectively, grounded in a full understanding of the circumstances. Musashi's next principle, think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world, is a profound reminder of the human tendency to view oneself as the center of the universe. This principle is an exercise in humility and encourages a broader perspective on life. To think lightly of oneself means to recognize and accept our limitations and our insignificance in the grand scheme of things. When we let go of our inflated sense of self, we become more open to learning and to change. Thinking deeply of the world, however, involves cultivating a profound appreciation for the intricacies and interconnectedness of life. It encourages us to look beyond our immediate concerns and consider the broader context of our actions and of our decisions. The fifth principle, be detached from desire your whole life long, is all about freeing oneself from the grip of desires that can lead us astray. This principle, deeply rooted in Buddhist philosophy, emphasizes the practice of detachment as a pathway to clarity and purpose. Human beings are driven by various cravings: the desire to be viewed favorably by others, the egotistical pursuit of material wealth, and the competitive urge to surpass or defeat others. These desires motivate us to take action, but they can easily lead us off course and compromise one's effectiveness. Musashi's guidance here is not about renouncing desires entirely. It's an impossible task for most, but it's about practicing detachment, even in its smallest forms. This involves recognizing our desires without letting them control us. By doing so, we can maintain a clear and a focused mindset, as we discussed in Rule 3. Musashi's sixth principle, do not regret your past deeds, is a powerful reminder to embrace our mistakes as essential parts of our journey rather than sources of ongoing suffering. This principle encourages us to learn from our missteps and to move forward without being weighed down by regret. Mistakes hurt, but they happen. No one is perfect, and you can't change the past. But by embracing Musashi's principle, you can free yourself to live more fully in the present, informed by your experiences, but not imprisoned by them. Musashi's seventh principle, never be jealous of others, good or bad, is a crucial lesson in maintaining inner peace and fostering a healthy mindset. We frequently fall into the trap of measuring our behind the scenes against others' highlight reels. Jealousy, like regret, is often toxic, and as the saying goes, comparison is the thief of joy. Musashi's teachings suggest that while we should not let jealousy cloud our judgment or steer our actions, we can still learn from the successes and failures of others. It's about finding a balance between using others as a source of inspiration and maintaining focus on our individual journeys and not getting so hung up on what other people are doing. Musashi's eighth principle, never let yourself be saddened by separation, resonates deeply with the themes of detachment and impermanence. This rule reflects Musashi's personal experiences and philosophical outlook on life, deeply influenced by his travels, Buddhism, and the samurai code. Musashi's nomadic lifestyle made it challenging to form and maintain strong personal connections. Consequently, he learned to accept separation as a natural part of life. Similarly, Musashi's principle is another form of practicing detachment, as discussed in Rule 5. While grief is a natural human emotion, Musashi advises understanding and accepting that all things, events, relationships, your life, everything is temporary. This acceptance enables us to prioritize our actions, maintain presence, and appreciate the moment more fully. Musashi's ninth principle, hold no grudges against yourself or others, is all about how resentment, malice, and anger can not only cloud your judgment but also obstruct clarity and presence of mind, as discussed in Rule 3. Holding grudges is antithetical to the way, hindering personal growth and inner peace. In Musashi's view, grudges are a form of unnecessary attachment. Clinging to the past can hurt, and it serves no purpose. By letting go of these negative emotions, you can free yourself to live more fully and continue on your path unburdened. Forgiveness, both of others and of yourself, is a crucial step in maintaining clarity, emotional balance, and overall well-being. This principle, like many others in Musashi's Dokkōdō, underscores the importance of inner peace and the continuous pursuit of personal growth. The 10th principle of Dokkōdō is to resist attachments. The core idea is that attachments can lead to mistakes and distractions. They can weigh us down. For Musashi, indulgence in any form is deviation from the path of mastery and clarity. By practicing non-attachment, you can free yourself from distractions and indulgences that can lead you astray, whether through material minimalism, emotional balance, or ego detachment. The path of non-attachment aligns with the pursuit of mastery and the way. This principle, like many others in Musashi's Dokkōdō, serves as a guide to living a life with purpose, clarity, and inner peace. And to a nomadic samurai, this detachment to attachment is fundamental. This principle can be seen as a call to focus on the essence of utility of things rather than getting lost in their aesthetic or ritualistic aspects. It calls for a disciplined, practical approach to life where utility and purpose are prioritized over glamour and luxury. By embracing this principle, you can develop a resilient mindset, appreciate the intrinsic value in all things, and stay focused on your journey towards excellence. This aligns with Musashi's broader philosophy of simplicity, non-attachment, and practical wisdom, guiding you towards a life of purpose and clarity. Musashi's instructions to forego luxury in one's home adds to the sentiment of detachment from material possessions. In a world that is often consumed by consumerism and the pursuit of luxury, this principle encourages a mindset shift towards simplicity and contentment. Contrary to societal norms, living with fewer luxuries can lead to a richer and more fulfilling life. The less one needs, the more they may find contentment and peace. The less one has, the more one can give. Musashi's next principle is to refrain from indulging in extravagant foods and luxuries for yourself. Pursuing delicacies often leads to overindulgence and a preoccupation with sensory pleasures. Musashi instead advocates for moderation in all aspects of life, especially in one's diet. Abstaining from indulgent foods requires self-discipline and restraint. By practicing moderation, individuals can develop greater control over their desires and their impulses, cultivate inner strength, and foster a deeper sense of contentment and gratitude. Musashi's advice to relinquish possessions you no longer need reflects his commitment to simplicity, practicality, and non-attachment. Holding on to possessions beyond their usefulness clutters both one's physical and mental space. Musashi's advice extends beyond material possessions all the way to sentimental items, emphasizing the importance of realizing and releasing emotional attachments. Letting go of the old can pave the way for personal growth and transformation. Musashi advocates for trusting oneself to act decisively and authentically. By cultivating trust in one's abilities and rejecting irrational fears, individuals can navigate challenges with confidence and resilience. Musashi's rejection of superstition underscores the importance of critical thinking and rationality. Rather than relying on irrational beliefs or rituals, individuals should approach challenges with clarity and pragmatism. Musashi prioritizes the practical utility of tools over their aesthetic appeal. For him, weapons and equipment serve a specific purpose, and their effectiveness in fulfilling that purpose is paramount. By prioritizing functionality over aesthetic and discarding what is no longer useful, as seen in Rule 14, individuals can optimize their skills and achieve excellence in their craft. Musashi's principle of accepting death is crucial to living a fulfilling and courageous life. By acknowledging the ever-present possibility of death, individuals can cultivate a heightened sense of urgency, presence, and ambition in their pursuits of mastery and self-realization. Musashi's willingness to confront death head-on reflects a profound acceptance of mortality. Rather than shying away from the inevitability of death, he embraces it as an integral part of the journey towards mastery and self-discovery. Embracing the inevitability of death encourages individuals to adopt a carpe diem mentality, seizing the day and making the most of every opportunity, making the most of every moment, rather than succumbing to the complacency or procrastination. One should approach life with a sense of urgency and intentionality. As Musashi demonstrated in his own life, true fulfillment and legacy are not found in the accumulation of wealth or land, but in the pursuit of personal mastery and the cultivation of wisdom to benefit others. Instead of seeking worldly possessions or status symbols, he prioritized the pursuit of inner wealth and spiritual fulfillment. By prioritizing spiritual wealth over material possessions, Musashi sought to leave behind a lasting legacy of wisdom, teachings, and martial prowess. His focus on imparting knowledge and training others exemplifies a commitment to a higher purpose beyond personal gain. Ultimately, true fulfillment is not found in the accumulation of goods, but in the pursuit of spiritual excellence and the enrichment of others' lives. Musashi's directive to respect Buddha and the gods, but ask them for nothing, encapsulates the essence of self-reliance and personal agency. One does not need to believe in Buddha or any god for this principle to be effective. Rather, Musashi emphasizes the importance of taking responsibilities for one's own destiny and exerting effort to overcome any given challenge. His reliance on self-efficacy empowered him to face adversity with resilience and courage, instead of him waiting for some external force to intervene. He advocates for active engagement in problem-solving and the willingness to put forth effort to achieve desired outcomes. The penultimate principle, to sacrifice one's life before sacrificing one's name, embodies the timeless virtue of honor and integrity. Rooted in the samurai Bushido code and echoed throughout history in various warrior cultures, honor remains a cornerstone of ethical conduct and moral character. While honor may not guarantee tangible rewards, its intrinsic value lies in its ability to command admiration and esteem from others. By upholding ethical principles and prioritizing moral rectitude over personal gain, individuals can cultivate a legacy of virtue that transcends time and culture, earning respect and admiration for generations to come. In a world where integrity is often tested, Musashi's example shines as a beacon of ethical excellence and moral courage, inspiring others to follow in his footsteps, upholding the timeless value of honor and integrity. Musashi's final teaching, never stray from the way of strategy, is the culmination of every prior principle. Attachment, luxury, doubt, jealousy, and wavering enthusiasm threatens to derail progress and distract people from the way. However, by remaining steadfastly committed, individuals can overcome these obstacles and stay aligned with their objectives. The way of strategy entails embracing challenges and obstacles as a foundational component of the journey. Instead of being discouraged by the daunting nature of the path ahead, individuals are encouraged to view adversity as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. Musashi's Dokkōdō offers timeless wisdom for navigating life's challenges with purpose, clarity, and integrity. In a world where so many people feel alone, it can't hurt to know how to master the art of being alone, from a legendary samurai no less. By embracing these principles, we can become more resilient, fortify our inner peace, and deepen our understanding of the world around us. Let this lone samurai's teachings guide you on your path to personal mastery and fulfillment. Hopefully, you don't walk the road alone, but even if you do, remember, it may seem difficult at first, but everything is difficult at first. Until next time, like always, make wise choices.